If you want to quit trading, listen to me carefully. I'm not here to tell you that trading is easy. It is not. I'm not here to tell you that everyone can make it. They cannot. And I am not here to tell you that if you just believe in yourself, everything will work out. Belief alone is not enough in this game. The market does not care about your belief. It does not care about your dream. It does not care about your pain. It does not care how badly you want to change your life. The market only cares about what you do when pressure is in front of you. That is the truth. People look at my story and they only see the result. They hear about the money. They hear about the quiet trader in Japan who turned a small account into something most people cannot even imagine. They hear the numbers and they think the story is about getting rich. But the money was never the whole story. The real story was the person I had to become. I was not born into some perfect life where success was guaranteed. I was not handed the market. I was not chosen by fate. I was a normal person who became obsessed with understanding something most people run away from. And maybe that is what kept me going. The failure rate. The fact that most people cannot do this. Some people hear that 90% or 95% of traders fail and they become afraid. I heard that and it made me more serious. Because I understood something. If almost everyone fails, then this is not a normal skill. This is not something you can approach with an average mind, an average routine, an average emotional control. This is one of the hardest games a person can choose. Not because the chart is impossible to understand. The chart is simple compared to the mind. The hard part is not seeing a setup. The hard part is becoming the kind of person who can execute the setup without destroying himself. That is where most traders break. They do not break because they cannot learn support and resistance. They do not break because they cannot understand trend. They do not break because they cannot learn risk management. They break because the market shows them who they really are. Impatient. Greedy. Afraid. Proud. Desperate. Addicted to action. Unable to take a loss. Unable to sit still. Unable to stop after they are already wrong. And that mirror is painful. I know the pain. Every serious trader knows it. That phase where you feel like you are in hell. You study, you lose. You journal, you repeat the same mistake. You promise yourself you are done revenge trading, then the next bad day comes and you do it again. You tell yourself you are disciplined, then one candle moves against you and suddenly you become someone else. That is trading. It does not just test your strategy. It tests your wiring. And rewiring yourself takes time. Sometimes years. This is why I do not laugh at traders who are struggling. I know what it means to feel trapped between the person you are and the person you know you need to become. But I will also not lie to you. If you keep making the same mistakes and refuse to change, the market will keep punishing you. Overtrading. Revenge trading. Moving stops. Averaging down. Jumping from strategy to strategy. Taking trades because you are bored. Taking trades because you want to feel alive. Taking trades because you want to recover yesterday's loss. These are not small habits. These are the behaviors that keep a trader poor. And until you remove them, no strategy will save you. But here is the part one want you to understand before you quit. If you are truly doing the work, even if you are not profitable yet, trading is already changing you. Maybe you do not see it. Maybe right now all you see is the losses. The failed accounts. The frustration. The shame. The feeling that maybe you are wasting your life. But if you have been in this game seriously for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and you have actually been studying yourself, reviewing your behavior, and trying to become better, then you are not the same person who started. You cannot be. Trading changes a person. It forces you to face things most people avoid their whole life. Your impatience. Your relationship with money. Your need for validation. Your fear of being wrong. Your ego. Your discipline. Your ability to stay calm when everything inside you wants to react. Most people never face themselves like that. They live normal lives, avoid pressure, blame other people, and never really see what they are made of. The market does not allow that. The market gives fast feedback. You acted with discipline. You see it. You acted like a fool. You see it. You respected risk. You survive. You lost control. You pay. There are not many professions in the world that expose you this quickly. That is why trading is brutal. But that is also why trading can transform you. If you survive it correctly. Not everyone does. Some people stay addicted to the rush. Some people keep gambling. Some people keep saying, I am close, for years, but nothing changes because they refuse to change themselves. That is not persistence. That is self-deception. But if you are serious, if you are honest, if you are willing to look at your mistakes without running away from them, then one day something starts to click. And when it clicks, you are different. You may still have losing periods. You may still have hard weeks. You may still make mistakes, because no trader becomes perfect. But you no longer see the market the same way. You stop chasing every candle. You stop needing to be right. You stop seeing every loss as a personal attack. You stop treating trading like entertainment. You stop thinking one trade will save your life. You become calmer, sharper, more patient, more dangerous. Not dangerous because you take huge risk. Dangerous because you stop giving money away through stupid behavior. That is when the game changes. And before you quit, I want you to remember why you started. Not the surface reason. Not, I want to be rich. Go deeper. Why did you start trading? Was it freedom? Was it to help your family? Was it to stop living in survival mode? Was it because you knew you were capable of more than the life in front of you? Was it because you wanted to build something from nothing? Good. Then do not disrespect that reason by trading like a gambler. If your reason is serious, your behavior must become serious. You cannot say you want to become the 1% while living like the 99%. You cannot say you want freedom while you are a slave to every candle. You cannot say you want to master trading while you cannot even master your own hand on the mouse. The market demands a different person. You cannot bring laziness, addiction, bad habits, emotional chaos, and weak discipline into this game and expect freedom to come out of it. It will not. Trading is not only a financial skill. It is a self-mastery skill. The person who succeeds in trading usually becomes better in life too, because the same qualities are required everywhere. Patience, discipline, emotional control, delayed gratification, honesty, resilience, the ability to lose and continue, the ability to win and not become arrogant, the ability to sit alone and do the work when nobody is clapping. If you can master yourself in the market, you can carry that strength into everything else. That is the real gift. Not just the money. The confidence. The knowledge that you can rebuild. The knowledge that you do not need anyone to save you. The knowledge that even if you start from zero, you can sit down, think clearly, control risk, and create opportunity from your own decisions. That changes a man. That is why I tell you, do not quit just because it is hard. Hard is expected. Confusion is expected. Pain is expected. Losing in the beginning is expected. But do not confuse pain with failure. Pain only becomes failure if you refuse to learn from it. If you are losing because you are gambling, stop gambling. If you are losing because you are overtrading, reduce your trades. If you are losing because you keep changing strategies, commit to one model and study it properly. If you are losing because your emotions control you, then make emotional control your main strategy. Not a side topic. The main strategy. Because if you cannot control yourself, the best setup in the world will still fail in your hands. This is the part most traders do not want to accept. They keep searching for the next edge. But the edge they need is not always on the chart. Sometimes the edge is closing the platform after 2 losses. Sometimes the edge is sleeping properly. Sometimes the edge is taking profit instead of getting greedy. Sometimes the edge is not trading when you are angry. Sometimes the edge is staying with one strategy long enough to actually understand it. Sometimes the edge is becoming a person who can be trusted with money. That is the real work. And if you are willing to do that work, then do not quit. Take a break if you need to. Reduce size. Go back to demo. Review your mistakes. Fix your process. Rebuild yourself. But do not quit only because the market exposed a weakness. Fix the weakness. That is how you earn the next level. One day, if you do this correctly, you will look back at the pain differently. You will not be proud that you lost money. But you will be proud that you did not waste the lesson. You will be proud that you became someone stronger. You will be proud that when most people would have remained emotional, bitter, and broken, you decided to become disciplined. And maybe one day, you will tell your children or your students about this period. You will tell them that there was a time when you almost quit. A time when the market humbled you. A time when you thought maybe you were not built for it. But instead of quitting, you changed. You became honest. You became patient. You became serious. You stopped trading for the rush and started trading for the process. That is the story worth telling. Not the story of easy money. The story of self-mastery. So if you want to quit trading, ask yourself one final question. Do you want to quit because trading is truly not for you? Or do you want to quit because the market is asking you to become someone stronger than you have ever been? There is a difference. If trading is destroying your life and you refuse to change, then yes, step away. Protect yourself. There is no shame in that. But if deep down you know this path is still calling you, then stop looking for comfort. Get serious. Control your emotions. Control your risk. Control your routine. Control your habits. Control the beast that appears when money is on the line. Because the market will not become easier for you. You must become harder to break. That is the path. That is the price. And if you are willing to pay it, then maybe this game can give you more than money. Maybe it can give you yourself. I made a book about controlling your emotions while trading and understanding the part of yourself that comes out in the market. The link is in the description. Use it if you are serious. But remember, no book, no video, and no trader can save you if you refuse to do the work. The market is waiting. The question is not whether it will test you. It will. The question is who you will become when it does.